Hello everyone, I am Squall, and this is Starcraft 2, the best game in the universe. In this match we have Prismatic Core. That's not who it actually is. I know it for a fact that this is indeed vVv Zephyrus. Zephyrus? I'm just going to call him Zeph, for simplicity. I suppose maybe his Starcraft 2 name is not the same as his vVv tag. Or this could be a Smurf. Scouting out with a probe extraordinarily fast. Maybe he's been 10-pooled one too many times. His opponent for this game will be Bromosapien. That's a fantastic name. Oh, it's hilarious. And I have to say, the name that Zephyrus is using, Prismatic Core, yeah, that just makes me think of that guy in free-for-alls who does nothing but mass void rays. You know that you've seen that. You've gone to a free-for-all game and you're like, okay, I'm gonna make like a well-composed force that should be able to deal with anything that gets thrown at me, and you're like fighting, you've maybe killed one person, two people, I guess I should say, and then all of a sudden 50 Void Ray just cruise into your base and murder everything. Oh man. You know what's happened to you. I know this has happened to you at some point in your life. Oh man. But in any case, Jeff, going for a Forge, Fast Expand. Pretty wide ramp to wall off, but I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. Looks like he's got a probe down there, just ready to do the hatch block. Maybe that's the reason he scouted out so early. He wants to be able to block the hatchery. But that said, Bromosapien, he's doing the Speedling opener build. How very interesting. So yeah, not going to be a hatchery down from him anytime in the near future. But that said, Zeph will have his Forge Fast Expand done before too terribly much longer. And I say that a lot, don't I? I say too terribly much longer. Anytime I want to indicate that like it's not going to take forever for this to happen, he will eventually be able to tech up 2 battlecruisers before too terribly much longer. Like, that's the sort of thing that I would end up saying. Now, you might be wondering why I'm pointing this out about myself, but if you want to cast, it's important to be a self-aware human being. So that way, if you're saying things that just sound really lame, you can either A, correct it, or B, just make fun of yourself. I'm currently opting for the second option, so that way I can continue to say too terribly much longer, but then also just, you know, make fun of myself. And hopefully that's amusing to you. Anyways, Zeph's still ready to block the hatch. But that's not happening anytime soon. Bromosapien already has his speed being researched. Hasn't pulled drones off gas. Could be a sloppy play / mistake. Or he wants to tech up pretty quick. Zeph, for his part, has his Nexus going. Forge Fast Expand is on the way. Not necessarily the most tight building placement I've ever seen, per se. Typically, you would want the photon cannon tucked behind a building, like maybe here. Or here, and have like a gateway here, and then you have a single unit blocking the entrance here. But that said, it works decently. Oh, what? Hatchery. Oh, that's a little bit icky. And look at that. Start a zealot, hurry! Oh, okay, so Bromosapien did indeed cancel the hatchery once he was discovered, and did you know that drones will win in a straight-up fight versus a probe? And I always feel like drones hit or attack faster, but they do. I think the reason they win is because they get like 1 or 2 hit points of regeneration during the battle, whereas a Protoss unit needs to be not hit for a while in order for its shield to recharge. In any case, I say that a lot too. In any case, I use it as like a transitionary statement. Once again, the importance of self-awareness. So, yeah, both players are kind of macroing up a bit. Bromosapien does have a Rotorn down, getting a hatchery, so he'll definitely be down quite a ways in the economy war. But here come a whole bunch of speedlings, and Zeph, your wall isn't complete. Zeph, no! The Zerglings all get in, and the probe's gonna have to fight. Or just run away, or fight, or just run away, or fight. Or fight. Or chase. or keep chasing. I'm gonna try to pin the Zerglings in, or not. Go back to mining, go back, fight. Back to mining. Can't decide what to do. These probes have horrible AI, man. I mean, probes, they're mechanical beings, so they must have an AI, right? Their AI is so bad. Looks like he's going to be able to get a few Zerglings. It looks like Bromo just going to sacrifice the rest of these Zerglings in the name of great justice. And Zeph, very intelligently, going to plug the hole, going, you know what? I don't want that to happen again. And these Zerglings are going to come up and then go, well, crap. There are buildings in our path. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to die for the swarm. And then our buddies will run home. And Bromosapien looks like he's struggling a little bit with the macroing. As, well, only 20 drones. Do an enormous round of drones now that will go ahead and catch up. But, yeah, Zeph's doing pretty good. Bromosapien. I love saying that. I don't know why. Anyways, he's getting that roach speed upgrade. How very fantastic. At this point, there isn't too much going on, so I'm going to tell a story. This morning, while at work, I read the newspaper. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of job do you work at where you get to read the news while working? I work at a gas station, okay? Sometimes there's no one there, and I'll go for like an hour without a single customer, because I work from 5 to 11, and trust me when I say this, there's not a lot of people on the road at 5 a.m. Anyways, so I was reading the newspaper, and there was a story about bullfights in China. And it's not like what you might think of. There are no matadors. There's no suicidal dude who's holding a red cape trying to piss off a bull. Bullfights in China are just you send two bulls at each other, and whichever one runs away first, or rather, whichever one runs away first loses, right? So the one that, like, basically is more stubborn wins. And currently, the, like, oh no, Zeph, don't do that, Zeph. Oh, Zeph. I'll finish my story later because Zeph just made the worst decision possible. Wanted to let the probe out, and the probe's like, you know, guys, there's stuff here. But I'm gonna replug that hole out. Okay, continuing my story. Currently, the, like, reigning champion bull in China, like, they name their bulls, right? The reigning champion bull is named Optimus Prime. And I just read that. I just burst out laughing. Like, it's a good thing there was no one around at the time, because they might just be going, why are you laughing? Are you insane? Nobody laughs when working at a gas station, because it's a boring job. And I won't dispute that it's not the most exciting job ever, but I try to find the humor in life. And a bull named Optimus Prime, that's pretty funny. I have to say, the Chinese are kind of awesome. Like, they kind of don't care about trademark or copyright. Like, I don't know if you've heard about the, like, illegitimate Apple stores in China. There's so many because they want their Apple products, right? Bit of a battle going on. I'll finish my story later. Zeph fighting, but only has stalkers, and there are more roaches than stalkers, and, well, roaches are good against stalkers, but we got a stalemate. But, yeah, in China, there's a whole bunch of, like, stores that are like, we sell, like, iPods, iPhones, you know, etc., right? They're Apple stores, but they're not actually licensed by Apple, so they're illegal. But they just don't care. Anyways, Zeph pushing out, going to be able to kill off that stuff, but oh no, more roaches coming on up. And since they got that movement speed, well, they move faster. Zeph's going to micro back to those cannons, and cannons, they're pretty good at killing stuff, and that will repel the roaches. Take a look at the worker counts. 42 probes, 234 drones, so Zeph is definitely doing better in the economy war. And do we have any teching going on at the moment? Oh, not really. Wow. Zeph's just going gateways all day long, man. Stalkers are good because they move fast and they look cool and they shoot lasers. Therefore, make more stalkers. And by the way, just for the record, if it ever sounds like I'm like trying to get into the head of a player and make fun of them, that's not what I'm trying to do. Like, Zeph, when I was doing that, I wasn't trying to make fun of you. I'm just trying to be funny. So if anyone out there has ever submitted a game to me and I, like, did one of those things where I'm like, well, roaches are cool because they shoot saliva. That sounds awesome, you know, because they're, like, I don't know, they're roaches, or you know, or anything like that. That's not me trying to make fun of the player in any way, shape, or form. I just enjoy being ridiculous. I'll just say that, okay? Got a bit more poking and prodding going on. Stalker's having to run away. Hopefully Zeph looks into getting a robotics facility in the near future, because that would definitely help against this many roaches. Because, in case you didn't know, Immortals are unbelievably good against roaches. I mean, who would have thought, right? Crabs are really good against roaches, because Immortals walk like crabs. Anyways, these roaches forced to fall back because there's just enough Stalkers. Looks like, wow, a whole bunch of sentries have been added into the mix, so if Zeph can get some good force fields down, could split up these roaches, do a ton of damage. Oh no, he's on the move command. But fortunately, Bromosapien decides it's time to run away, and so he does. And yeah, Zeph still with a significant lead in terms of economy. But Bromosapien starting to get upgrades. Already has 1-1, whereas Zeph only has 1-0. We'll have 1 armor in the very near future. There's another thing I say a lot, in the very near future. If I want to indicate that something's really soon, I just say in the very near future. Self-awareness. It's an important trait if you want to be a caster. But here we go. That's a lot of roaches, and there's not enough Stalkers. The force field's not really accomplishing anything at all. Zeph forced to fall back. Still trying, but no. Zeph, you should just run. Run, dude. Run. And yep, he's out of there. This base has been done for a while. Hasn't moved any probes over just yet. But that's okay. Got a Twilight Council. Maybe thinking about some Templar tech. I would be down with that. Maybe some mass Dark Templar action. Maybe some mass Archons. Archons are unbelievably good against Zerg. But for the moment, just has a Twilight Council. Oh, you know what? Maybe he just wants to be able to get like +2 and things like that. That certainly doesn't hurt. Never a bad idea to get +2. Except in certain circumstances, but I feel pretty safe in making a broad general statement of it's always a good idea to get upgrades. And yes, there will be exceptions to that situation, so don't you dare go, but in this particular circumstance, when this is happening, no, you shouldn't get upgrades. Yes, you're right, in that particular circumstance. I'm just talking as a general rule. Quit judging me. Anyways, Bromosapien with a, what would you call a big group of roaches? Like a herd of roaches? That doesn't really feel right. Whatever. Force fields go down, pinning out a few of the roaches. They do have high ground vision, though, thanks to these roaches here. Definitely struggling. Has so many gateways, so he's able to warp in a ton of stuff. And thanks to having a staggeringly good economy, it doesn't matter if he's fighting with an inefficient army composition. He can still beat these roaches. And just single roach in, worth it. But Zeph, if you want some advice in the future, just throw down 2 Robo-Bays, make Immortals, and win like 10 minutes sooner. Immortals are really good against mass roaches. Oh, look at that. He's listening to me. In the past, he made a Robo-Bay. Excellent. It just took like 5 minutes of in-game time for that to reach back through time and for him to hear me. Yes, how fantastic. Get +2 armor as well. Oh no, the roaches focusing on a Bylon. I thought they were going to focus on the Forge there. That's why I was freaking out for a moment. Is he going to deny the +2 armor? That would be a terrible blow to Zephyrus in this particular circumstance. I'm not sure why I'm talking like that. But, I am. Anyways, take a look at the upgrade. So, 2-2 for the Zerg units. Oh, fantastic. Zeph only on to 1-1. So the Zerg definitely has an advantage. But once those Immortals start to stack up, that won't really matter anymore, because Immortals eat roaches for breakfast. And you may be wondering, how does that work? Because Immortals are machines. They don't eat organic things. Trust me, it works. Don't worry about it. And yep, roaches coming, barreling up the front once again. And forced away because, well, force fields are the in-game map editor. How fantastic. And Bromosapien seems to just want to win on 2 bases. I mean, now he's just kind of begrudgingly going up to 3 bases because, oh, I guess I better do this because my main's almost mined out. And, seems like he's done with the 2-base aggression for the time being. And by done, I mean he's going to make more roaches and then continue. Now, he made this spire, like, forever ago. I'm not sure how forever ago, but it was forever ago. And, he's not made a single muta. Nothing like making a text struct and then completely forgetting you have it. And I know this happens to everyone. I have seen pro players even make, like, 2 Twilight challenges, for example. It does happen. Bromosapien barreling up the front, murdering 2 innocent and defenseless, not defenseless, photon cannons. Comes up the front once again, some decent force field, pinning back a lot of the roaches. And they do run away once again. This probe, well, he's not going to be happy. Run! Cancel! Hit the escape. Excellent. Don't worry about it. And Bromosapien is going to return home. Excellent. Remember, the mutalisk, starting to make the mutalisk now. Maybe he saw there were immortals, like, well, if he's making immortals, I should make something that's in the air, because immortals cannot shoot up. And it's kind of like Marauders, where I bet Marauders wish they had the ability to fall onto their back and then shoot their grenades into the sky, so that way they'd have more utility. I bet, right, in a few minutes, the immortals will be like, I really wish I could just lay down and shoot my, phase disruptors into the air and shoot mutalisks out of the sky. I love how I always think of these, like, really goofy and, like, silly unit abilities that don't make sense. Like, I'm sure you've heard of me wishing for either Zerglings or Zealots to get a leap ability where they can jump up into the air and grab onto an air unit and then hack it to death. Like, I know that wouldn't be practical and that would probably completely ruin balance, but it would be hilarious. Just imagine a whole bunch of Zealots, like, jumping into the air. Like, maybe it's got a shared cooldown with charges, like, jump into the air. They can latch onto an air unit for a few seconds and, like, hack away. Can you just imagine all of these mutalisks flying around with Zealots hanging off of them, like slashing into them? That would be hilarious. Oh, man. So these mutants gonna get in. Let's just kind of watch that go up. Oh, got a big battle going here as well. Lots of stuff dying. But Bromosapien throws down the GG. Okay. I guess he felt like he just... I guess he was done. He's like, I'm done. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for watching my game, guys. And, yeah. Thanks for also listening to my ramblings about the importance of being self-aware as a caster, and my stories about bullfights in China. See you guys later.